this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Indiana Hoosiers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Indiana's offense will go to work first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance. Season with the W.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Slithers into space. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. Fires one high and deep. He's got it down the right side. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Hauls it in. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for the end zone. And the deep shot was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's get the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Dead center perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Auburn's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys.
Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Send the tight end in motion. On the run, it's Robinson. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time fourth. Running back gave a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive lineman gave him a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down. The kick is on its way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. So they put up some... And now to build on this 3-0 lead. The give out of the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Pulls and fires complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. So here comes the Auburn offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme way.
Headed to the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
And listen, if I have a playmaker, a running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now in the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Quick strike complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Hemby. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Hemby.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield. If he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
He's got an open man. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The Hoosiers have this offense rolling. Gonna look downfield again. Using his feet to buy time. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Hoosiers line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Keeping it on the ground on third and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
Decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be different.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Pass to 50, the 40, pass to 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tiger. The defense putting points on the board. Effective offense has led the way, but a most effective defensive play there.
No doubt. Quick separation now. This game's starting to get out of hand. Defense making plays like this. Offense continuing to score points. Hey, defense wins championships and apparently scores points.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
And he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Pucks it out of the air. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And he hauls it in at the 30. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's first and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hemby. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. And the Hoosiers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Barrels ahead. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Hemby. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? Trying to punch it in. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. The distance is no problem, but this angle from the left can test you. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now backed up in their own end. It's 3rd and long. Scanning the field. It's Knight. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Singleton. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Thompson.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the route. Hand it off. Let the running back do the rest.
Looking downfield on 1st down. They'll run the screen. At the 35, he's open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up in the 26 for the 1st down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He'll pull it on the read. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
They'll run play action. Let's it fly. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's... Wait.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Trying to do it on the ground. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Auburn to the line in a hurry. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll keep it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn!
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. It's 1st down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, we figured we might get a Music City Bowl that would have social media buzzing, and through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that's the case.
We're just about ready to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, it's just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree, and if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus.
He tries to take the top off. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Looking for a man. It's Knight. Going back to the well. Another deep ball. Makes the grab on the left side. Here he goes. Touchdown, Tiger. And the beatdown has ensued.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the returner is stopped. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he dropped it. It looked for Whoa, like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Power football with the run. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Kick is in the air. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So here comes the Auburn offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice.
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Trying to make magic on the scramble. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Trying to punch it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Tigers in the hurry-up. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. On to attempt the try. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The give on the option. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. And the Hoosiers are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Brady. Turning it on. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Wants to throw it quickly to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. The Hoosiers are threatening in the red zone. Back to pass on second down. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Indiana! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Pulls it, fired complete. And the Tigers want to move quickly. Dropping back, it's Knight. Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Simmons.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down. Gives it on the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. On target to the left. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. DB's locked up tight on the receiver. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Gives it on the option. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Quarterback on the keeper. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. The inside handoff. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Hines is tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive.
Makes the grab plenty for the first down. Breaks into the open. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And the Hoosiers are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
If you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that. No matter what they do, they're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Hey, look at him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. To the air, it's Mendoza. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gonna take a shot on 2nd and short. Makes the catch. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
And the Hoosiers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Off the RPO, complete. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hoosiers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for the goal line. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw again. Going for 6. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there, just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
And he puts through the extra point. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Auburn offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Touch pass on the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll keep it himself. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4. Makes the grab past the marker. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's a play the defense had to have, right? You're down in the game. Offense wants to stay aggressive and go for it on 4th, and they're throwing it. All you got to do is get one stop, regain the momentum, give it back to your offense, and they could not come up with the play.
Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of times those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people. And you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team. And that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in their next game.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is...